Breathing and breath support are fundamental to playing every wind instrument, yet these concepts are rarely talked about and taught in concrete terms using accurate physiology. The breath is the energy that drives every sound we play on the horn. When we play wind instruments, we need to maximize the amount of air we inhale and use that air efficiently and effectively when we exhale. When we breathe deeply, we use the diaphragm muscle. The diaphragm is a domed structure located just below the lungs and above the abdominal cavity. As the lungs fill with air, the diaphragm goes from a more domed position to a less domed position, and the whole abdominal wall is pushed outward. Once we've taken a deep, healthy inhalation, how do we blow air through our instrument in the most efficient and beneficial manner? How do we control the exhalation so that the evacuation of the air at first is not too fast? Breath support helps us control the amount of blowing pressure from the beginning of exhalation, create a clear and focused sound, achieve optimal air pressure for responsive attacks, attain more ease and flexibility in all registers and dynamics. Theories abound about how to achieve optimal breath support. Pragmatically, from the moment I stop inhaling and throughout exhalation, I think of creating a great expanded feeling in my lower abdomen. The transverse abdominal muscle is the main muscle involved in breath support. The transverse abdominal resides in the front, sides, and back of the abdomen. It interlocks with the diaphragm. The diaphragm, after inhalation, holds its contracted lowered state, and the transverse abdominal feels stretched out and expansive. The abdominal muscles inhibit the diaphragm muscle from rebounding too quickly. This helps control the air pressure in the vocal tract as we play. An effective way to recreate this active feeling of support in the lower abdomen is to stand behind an ordinary chair and lift with your two hands. Like a professional weightlifter, feel the lower abdomen do the lifting. The higher you lift the chair, the more the transverse abdominal is activated, moves outward, and flexes. Chair lifting mimics how the intra-abdominal pressure increases when we need to increase the air pressure to play louder, go higher in register, or control the air at the end of the breath supply. One of my favorite horn solos is Mendelssohn's Nocturne from A Midsummer Night's Dream. It's challenging to play with control and nuance. Here's how support helps me play this solo. The next section has an octave leap, which is challenging to control. As I play the entire solo, watch my silhouette simultaneously lift the chair, mimicking how my abdomen is moving and flexing in each part of the solo. It's amazing how easily other aspects of horn technique fall into place when the body is comfortable and breathing and breath support are strong and healthy. You could even lift a chair along with my silhouette to get the idea of how actively and pliantly I'm flexing my transverse abdominal while I play. When this video ends, grab a chair and while singing your favorite solo, lift the chair to create the optimal breath support movements with your transverse abdominal. Then, Grab your horn and as you play, translate all those movements to create optimal intra-abdominal pressure when you play your solo. Play with this and experiment with this. Record yourself and hear the difference in your sound quality. The best way to ensure optimal breath support is to be in excellent physical condition. The most accomplished professional horn players I know regularly exercise. When we're toned in the abdominal area, we can support the breath much more easily. Breathing and breath support form the basis of everything we do on brass instruments.